Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the weekly forecast for Pisces for the week beginning the 17th of July 2017. Right, before I start this reading, I just want to say, Pisces, I am on holiday for a week until the 24th, so I won't be doing any personal readings in that time. If you do want a reading, however, please book in. I come back on the 24th and there are slots available for that week. They are starting to book up, so please do be quick if you do want to be in then. But I won't be responding to any email messages and I won't be responding to any social media messages until the 24th when I come back. But you can make bookings in that time. Just go to my website. The link is below in the description, and there is a booking schedule there, and that sort of does it all virtually for you. Okay, so I don't have to do that, but I'm having a little bit of a technology break to rest and recharge. Okay, so this week of Pisces, bit of a strange one. I feel like you may become what's the word? What am I looking for? What they're trying to say here? I feel you may be the victim of the wrath of somebody else. This is what I'm getting. There seems to be a lot of judgment. There seems to be a lot of sneakiness, especially around the beginning of the week, okay? There is somebody around you who I feel has a different idea than you of how things should be. Now, you're very laid back, you know, you're, like I say, you're the dreamer of the deck, and that's why I love Pisces, you know. You have a very childlike quality to you as well, you know, which is beautiful, but I feel somebody might want to take advantage of this week, okay? And they could make you the scapegoat for something that is their shit, really. Do you know what I mean? So they can be projecting their shit onto you, okay? What I want to say here is this is coming from them. It's got nothing to do with you. So you keep your balance within this, okay? Keep shining bright like you always do, because this is their bag. It's not yours. I feel this person is under some sort of illusion. They're looking at things and they're seeing things how they think they are rather than how they actually really are, okay? So this is where I feel this judgment is coming in, and I feel you could be being judged. What I want to say here is, remember that when somebody judges you, it says more about them than what it does about you, okay? So this is it. You staying grounded, you staying rooted in your truth, you staying balanced no matter what is happening, because if somebody's pointing the finger of blame at you, there's three pointing back at them, okay? So this is you just getting caught up in somebody else's issues, okay? So like I say, that is, I feel, sort of the start of the week. Sorry, but I feel that this will inspire changes. This will force changes, but these changes are necessary, and I feel they will benefit you in the long run. If this is somebody you've been close to and they go on like this, you know, it's like they're trying to control in some way. I'm seeing like tight-lipped, and you know, there's a bitterness within them, you know, that is sort of coming out. I feel, looking at this person the way they are, I feel they could be sweating lemon juice this week, you know. They're that bitter. But like I say, you just ride this out. If this is somebody that you are close to and they have gone on like this, all this is doing is making you change your opinion of them and actually changing your situation so that they no longer have a part to play in your life, okay? So, you know, I always say the best way to trust somebody is to trust them, and they will show you, you know. And if somebody breaks your trust in this way, then all they are doing is actually giving you an open door to walk away from them, okay? So this is what I see coming in for you this week. I feel that there is an earth sign around you who is actually going to be supportive, who is actually going to stop any worries that you have around this, okay? I feel this person is somebody from your soul family. This is what I'm getting, you know, and this person will make you see sense or see that this is not real. This has got nothing to do with you, you know. So please don't worry about that, you know, because I do feel there's a bit of anxiety coming out with this. But I feel friendships are going to be very important this week, you know. I really feel if this is going on with you and you are starting to have a wobble, if somebody is judging you, it's not very nice. Be around the people who you know support you, okay? Be around the people who make you feel good, the people who make you feel like you are 10 feet tall, rather than people who are trying to make you small, okay? Because I do feel you have a good group of that around you. And this is about you actually going in the direction of your choosing. Don't allow anybody else to try and sway you off course, because I feel this is what is happening. And I feel if you think about this and think about this long and hard, rather than focusing on any pain that they've caused, you will actually see this, okay? So it's like I say, don't focus on this pain. Pain is always there to alert us that something's wrong. And if somebody is causing you pain, then they are wrong in your life, okay? This is what they're coming in. So be defensive. Be ready to put your guard up, and be ready to put boundaries up and say, no, that is not acceptable. You know, I am not accepting that behavior from you, you know, because if people can get away with it, they will. And like I say, this, you know, I know you're dead laid back, Pisces, you know, and I know you don't like to upset the apple cart and stuff like this, but you also need to stand up for yourself this week. I don't mean fight, I just mean stand up and say, no, I'm not playing a part in your silly little games, okay? Then towards the back end of the week, this is when, like I say, I feel you are around good people. I feel you are sharing, you know, you are sharing with people who care. This will bring you back into balance. This will make you feel, you know what, I am okay. You know, one person's words, you know, do not let them actually affect you. So I do feel this is changes, and I do feel that there could be somebody going out of your life this week. But what I want to say is adios, you know, that's it, good riddance. Don't look back, you're going forward. You know, this is about you feeling secure, you know, you haven't done anything wrong. Like I say, this person, I feel, sorry, I'm keep going on about this, but this is what they're saying to me. I feel this person has been felt left out in a way. So this is why they've attacked. They've actually felt like a bit of an outsider. So they've tried to sort of like home in on you and actually make you feel bad as well, because they're feeling bad. You know, what they're saying here is take this as a lesson, you know, practice peace and love, Pisces. This is what you do best. That is where you will gain your control in this, you know. Like I say, there is strength in your silence this week. Be happy with who you are. Be happy with what you've got, and be happy like in your own skin, because you are coming out winning with this. Whatever somebody is saying, they are going to come out as a loser, if that makes sense. I don't like to use that term loser, but that's what they're saying here. But you will come out victorious in this. You know, you tap into your intuition. Like I say, don't let your ego take over, because, you know, your ego will try and say, oh, look at what they've said about you. Please don't let them do that. Tap into your intuition. You do not have to fight this with words, okay? Go inward, because you know that you know none of this is real. I do feel that you may need a rest this week as well, Pisces. I feel you may have been working hard. You know, there's a lot going on for you in your life. You know, please take time to rest and give yourself self-love as well. Be around people that love you, but also give yourself self-love. Give yourself a little bit nurture. Give yourself a little bit, like, you know, give yourself what you would give to others. This is it, you know, give yourself that gift, because, you know, a lot of times you're a giver, Pisces, and you give a lot to other people, but it's like, you know, give that back to yourself as well. I want to say here, don't overdo it this week as well. Don't overdo it with the partying, okay? Because I feel this could just tip the balance again. We're trying to keep you balanced this week, you know. So if you have any creative ventures, throw yourself into them rather than throwing yourself into a bottle of gin or something, you know. Because I feel this is it. It's sort of a bit like Alice in Wonderland, you know. Drink me. This is it. There could be temptation coming in around this, you know. But like I say, you are stronger than this, and don't give your power away to anything. This is addictions. This is to other people. This is to anything that will make you feel bad. This is about taking your power back for yourself and actually making yourself feel good with it. This is the message that's coming here as well. don't get pissed off, you know, just get on. That's it, you know, don't get on with what you're doing. You're very balanced, you know, there are good things coming for you. There is a new cycle on the horizon for you, Pisces. Don't let anything throw you off course here. I feel communication about the future is going to be coming in at the weekend, round about the weekend time. And I feel like something could be offered to you, or you could make a decision the weekend that is going to massively affect your future in a good way. And it's going to make life a lot simpler as well. I feel those that are single, I feel that there could be love coming for you this week as well. There's somebody got their eye on you. There is somebody who is liking what they see. Okay, so it starts the end of the week starts very different to the beginning of the week. Those of you that are in relationships, there could be an offer of marriage here. Those that are married, you know, there could be something happen that secures this marriage. There's a real sense of security as we go towards the end of the weekend. Okay, there's a lot of time for reflection as well. I think you are looking back at struggles that you've had in the past, things where you have had to break down your structures, places where you felt trapped and everything. And I feel all of this is coming to the surface to just let you know how far you have actually come, and know that you can actually trust yourself because you make good decisions rather than bad. The only time you make bad decisions is when you allow your ego in. You know, your ego is not your amigo, Pisces. You know that. You know, this is about you. You are a very heartfelt person. When you make decisions that come from your heart, these are the right decisions, okay? And I feel this towards the end of the week, there is this decision to make. So, like I say, don't cry over, I don't know why they're saying that, don't cry for me, Argentina. I don't know why they're saying that, if that makes sense. Don't cry over somebody that is going from your life that actually doesn't deserve to be there. You know, this isn't a time for tears. This isn't a time for fears neither. You know, this is what I say, tears for fears. God, sorry. I never, you know what? I never ever liked Tears for Fears. Everybody raved about them when I was young, and I just didn't get them, and I still don't, you know. But yeah, don't carry anybody else's baggage here. You know, you're a very free soul. Allow yourself this freedom, and don't get caught up in any of the drama. Things are going good for you, Pisces. You know, like I say, don't sabotage them yourself just because of one person's words. Be happy with yourself. Be happy with your own skin. And like I say, I feel you will get through this week fine if you do actually do this, okay? So like I say, trust the process. Be around people who love you and admire you as well, because I do feel that there's a lot of them around, you know. So like I say, people that make you feel tall, not people that make you feel small. Okay, so I hope that made sense. I'm going to pull a spirit card and see what we have there as well. Like I say, a lot of work at the weekend. Work is going to be big, but I think it's going to be important as well. So right, okay, spirit card for Pisces, please. Week beginning the 17th of July 2017. Pisces. Yeah. Free will. This is saying, remember, you have free will. You are free to make your own decisions. Remember that you need to take responsibility for any choice you make. Meditate and see what your heart says. You know, this looks to me like somebody scribbled on something, you know, and this is where I feel this doubt is, you know. You are not to blame in this situation. This is the other person's stuff. Somebody has anger, frustration and stuff like that, and they're trying to pin it on you. It's got nothing to do with you. You know, they have free will. They have a choice to make whether they allow themselves to get angry or not. You have a choice to make whether you're going to buy into this or not, you know. So like I say, don't don't let them spoil your good vibe. You know, as Gandhi said, I will not let anyone walk through my mind with their dirty feet. And that's exactly what you need to do this week. So I hope that made sense, Pisces. Please let me know if it did. And like I say, if anybody does want a reading with me, please get in touch via my website, which is, the link is below, and I can read for you when I come back off my holiday the week starting the 24th. Okay, have a fabulous week. Satnam.